Well, good day, folks. It's Friday. Woohoo. Hope you've all had an awesome week, had a very Merry Christmas, got to spend lots of time with family, friends, and loved ones. I hope Santa brought you some new knives. Love to see them. Anyway, we're going to have a look at a little fixed blade today, being as it's Friday, Fixed Blade Friday. And when I say little, yeah, I kind of mean little. Comes in this box right here, YF Smart. This is an Amazon purchase. In the box, you see your knife goes here, off your sheath, some extra mounting hardware for your sheath. And here's the knife. I wasn't kidding when I said it was little. No, it comes in at about 5 1/4 inches. Got about a 4-inch handle. It says, advertises the blade as 2.4 inches. I think we're coming in a little shy of that. We've got a cutting edge of maybe just a hair bigger than 2 1/8. The blade is D2 steel, has a nice stone wash finish. See your maker's mark there. It's a full flat grind. They say or advertise it as a shark fin clip point. You can see you have a nice big swedge at the top. Basically, it's a spear point. Some very aggressive jimping for traction where your thumb will rest or your finger. The handles are G10 textured. They say fiberglass laminate Hell ply texture. It's basically a weave type texture. Good traction, gives good grip. You have on the handle here 2 thumb or finger grooves, which is nice for a pinch grip, or if you're going to do a draw cut, is a good spot for your thumb to anchor. And for me, with my hands, the blade handle nestles nicely into my palm, so I get a very good solid grip on it. It is, for me, with medium-sized hands, I wear a medium to large size glove. It is just barely a 3-finger grip. I've added the lanyard myself. The reason for doing that is to give some extra purchase. Now I can take my 4th finger and I have something to anchor to. And in a reverse grip, I can pinch that between my thumb and forefinger. Now I've had this knife for a few days. I've done some sample cutting with it. We'll drop some of these pictures in here. It's a fairly thick spine for a small knife. Probably comes in right about 1/8 of an inch thick. The covers are not flush to the tang. You can see that here and here. But the tang is well rounded, so there's no hot spots, no place where you're going to catch your finger. It's not uncomfortable. And I suppose aesthetically, it gives it a nice look to have the covers just kind of receded a little bit. Cutting wise, it's you can do some food processing with it. You're not going to slice thin tomato slices with it. It's just a little too thick for that. But it has a good edge and a flat grind. Other tasks, you see here I've done some clips, cutting different types of rope, some paracord, some nylon rope, some cotton rope, and performs fairly well with that. Would be a decent little woodworking knife, for carving. You could do some wood tasks with it, a little bit of feather sticking, things like that. I suppose you could baton really like small sticks, nothing much bigger than 1 inch, but if you plan to do that Just carry a big knife that's going to allow you to do that. You know, this would work in a pinch, in an emergency, if it's all you had. But if you're planning a trip to the woods where you're going to be doing tasks like that, take a knife that's appropriate to that task. This one just, you'd be all day batonning enough wood to actually get a decent fire going. But other camp tasks, other camp chores is good. Just daily carry, good box cutter, good for cutting straps, like those things. Words escape me sometimes. So cutting cord, opening boxes, cutting tape, all that kind of stuff is going to work great for that. Now, when I look at this knife, some of you probably have already taken note of this. It just screams Knight's Element Hummingbird. And I'll throw a couple pictures of the Hummingbird up here. So it seems to be just modeled almost exactly off of that knife. The only difference, well, main difference would be that the Knight's Edge Element Hummingbird is AUS 10 steel, where this is D2. Comes with taco style Kydex sheath, and basically again, very much the same as the Hummingbird. Not quite as finely crafted. See here, it's got on the Hummingbird, this is a much cleaner look in here. Blade locks in fairly well. Doesn't have an aggressive snap. Slightest little bit of play, but it's in there good and solid. It's not going to fall out. And you do have a little thumb rest there to pop it out. Comes with this clip, which gives you various attachment options. It is push button release on the top. Push it pops open. The holes do not line up with all of the potential attachment options, but much the same as the Element, you do have this cutaway here. So you can pick a hole where you want to align your sheath and then use the cutaway to make up the difference. Personally, I find this a little uncomfortable, and when it does have this little piece that pops out here that allows you to adjust for different belt thicknesses. That just snaps into place. When I wear a belt knife, I'm not a person who tucks my shirt in, so anything that's sitting on my belt is going to touch the skin on my side. So I find that uncomfortable. That kind of rubs right into my side. If I tuck my shirt in, I probably wouldn't notice it. So my preference is to carry it with the button down. And you can certainly side carry it. You know, fasten it over maybe a belt loop and then just adjust your spacer to suit the width of your belt loop. But found to use for that ulti-clip because it will also accept the ulti-clip. So you can mount that on the side here. And this is the mounting hardware that comes with the knife. So you've got the screw and the nut, barrel nut, and rubber spacer washers. So why don't I do a couple of attachments so we can see those, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, so here's one carry option. I put the barrel end of the attachment with the rubber washers on the inside, and these are just Phillips screws. And you can see things don't line up perfectly well, but it does the job. Snap that down over your belt. Your knife pops in like that. Now this way your knife is going to ride a little bit high into your side. My preference is to do that in the reverse and carry it around my kidney area, tip down. or tip up, I should say. And there is a side carry option. Button down, washers to the inside. Put that over your belt, and goes your knife. And here's an option with your ulti-clip. Now I've taken the washers, the rubber washers, place them between the clip and the sheath just to give it a better angle. When the clip is tight to the sheath, it kind of doesn't align quite as parallel. But with the washers on the inside, that helps with that. Simply open it up. Take your pants. Here's an old pair of jeans, for example. Drop them down inside. Clip goes over your pants. And it pops into the sheath like that. Clip holds onto your pants. And out comes your knife. Be much easier if you're wearing the pants. And of course, you can just have neither the ulti clip or the belt clip on. You just drop it in your pocket. Pull it out as you need it. Like so. Just drop it in your pocket. If you're not worried about any need for quick deployment, let it in your pocket. Stick this back in your pocket. Do your knife stuff. And the lanyard does help with deployment. Gives you a little something extra to grab onto. But overall, pretty decent little knife. I'll find some use for it. Like I say, it's a small, convenient fixed blade. You could certainly run a chain or some paracord through here. Wear it as a neck knife. Don't do that in Canada. If you wear it as a neck knife underneath of your shirt, that's considered carrying a concealed weapon, and that will get you in trouble. So you'll have to wear it outside of your shirt if you want to wear it as a neck knife in Canada. But all in all, decent little blade. It did not come razor sharp out of the box, and I toned it up, made it shaving sharp. You saw the tacks I put it through. Still has a decent edge. I need to get some better paper. Hang on. It's a problem out here in the garage in the wintertime. Everything gets damp. So still has a decent cutting edge. Not as hair popping sharp as it was. You might find some hair here. Yeah, so just through that little bit of testing, it's lost quite a bit of its edge. Now when I sharpen this one, I find it wants to go to about a 17-degree angle. So they say it's a D2 steel. They don't give a heat treat or a Rockwell hardness or anything like that. Passes on the stone. A little honing. Strop. Let's see if that helped any. There we go. They're popping sharp again. So, I don't know. I wonder about the steel. I would think it should have better edge retention than it does. I didn't put it through a ton of use, but easily sharpens back up again. So, handy one to have. Wouldn't be my, I don't know, wouldn't be my, I want my life to depend on it knife, but it'll still do nice stuff. So, the price was $39 and change on Amazon in Canada, so probably about $5 down the States. So keep that in mind. I looked up the price on the Knights Element Hummingbird, and I believe that was around $79, $80 Canadian. So a much cheaper alternative. I don't have the other one, so I can't compare the edge retention, but I would hope for $80 it would have better edge retention than that. Anyway, folks, that's my look at the YF Smart. Very small, compact fixed blade. I think it's a good knife. If it's something you're going to be using often throughout the day, might not be the best option due to the edge retention. But if you don't mind sharpening your knife, then nothing you're going to worry about. Throw one of these in your bag and you're good to go. Anyway, folks, that's it for today. Hope you're all having an awesome day. I hope you're heading into the weekend nice and refreshed from the holidays. For a lot of people, they're busy. Take a little time to relax. Maybe go for the walk in the woods. You know, hang out with the trees. They're good people. Y'all take care.